Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. In the name of Allah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon His final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his companions, and all those who follow him until the day of judgment. Alhamdulillah ta'ala that I was blessed to return back to Houston. Alhamdulillah, I had a great time with my brothers in the community in New Jersey and in New York. So I wanted to share an advice, which is we're starting chapter 2 of the etiquettes, the manners of seeking knowledge, the manners of learning, the manners of learning. So in regards of learning, the methodology of seeking knowledge, that's chapter 2 of the book Etiquettes of Seeking Knowledge. The methodology of seeking knowledge and its levels. Whoever does not perfect the foundation is prevented from reaching the aims of that knowledge. And whoever wants to attain knowledge in one go, at one moment, then he will lose it in one moment. It is also said that overcrowding knowledge in the ear misguide one's understanding. It is essential to ground yourself. It is essential to ground yourself in every subject you wish to study. By perfecting the basics and perfecting a concise book on every subject. On perfecting a concise book on every subject that you wish to master with a sheikh, a specialist, and not relying on personal efforts alone. Seeking knowledge should be taken step by step. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and it is a Quran which we have divided into parts in order that you may recite it to men in intervals, in stages. And we have revealed it in stages. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, and those who disbelieve say, why is not the Quran revealed to him, to Muhammad, all at once? Thus, that it was sent down in parts, that we may strengthen your heart thereby, and that we revealed it to you gradually. Allah also says, and those who embraced Islam from Bani Israel, to whom we gave the book, recite it as it should be recited. Those are the ones, those who embrace Islam, who accept Islam, and then learn the Quran and recite it the way it should be recited. Those are the ones that have truly believed. Now, this session, inshallah, is going to be short, but I want to give you some of the advice of Bakr Abu Zayd rahimahullah regarding some things to consider when studying a particular subject. Bakr Abu Zayd rahimahullah said, gives us 6 points. 6 points. Point number 1, memorize a concise book on a particular subject. Similar to the concept of basically a matun, a matan, a text. Something small. Right? Something small that you can master, that you master the skeleton of that subject. And then once you master that skeleton, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, then you can add meat to it by expanding and getting explanation of that same text in order to advance your knowledge. So point number 2, perfect it. Point number 2, perfect it by studying it under a proficient sheikh. Perfect it by studying it under a proficient sheikh, one that is specialized in that specific subject. We have to know the difference, right? Not every sheikh or every imam, is a specialist in every science. We are not Shaykh al-Islam. We're not, so we have to know in our pursuits. That's also learning who you're learning from. So number 1, memorizing, right? Making an effort to memorize a concise book on a specific subject. Number 2, perfected by studying it under a proficient sheikh. Number 3, and this is extremely important, brothers and sisters. This is extremely important. Do not engage yourself with long books, compilations on many different subjects before perfecting the basics and becoming proficient in it. Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we want to buy these big voluminous sets, and we want to engage in them and not having the strong foundation first in order for us to better understand these texts. So do not engage yourself with long books and compilations and on many different subjects before perfecting the basics and becoming proficient in it. Number 4, do not swap from one concise book to another concise book without any necessity. It's not like definite. It's without any necessity. If you're using it to complement what you're learning, then that's okay. If you can manage it, then that's okay. But the advice is for not to get confused, to avoid getting confused. Do not swap from one concise book to another concise book without any necessity, for this is a form of impatience. Number 5, capture the benefits and precepts of knowledge. Capture the benefits and precepts of knowledge by writing it down. So basically, we know the methodology of the Kutab, where the students will write the Quran right before they memorize it. So they're writing it in their own hand with their own handwriting, and then they memorize that text. So you can also practice writing the text that you're learning. The objective, honestly, is to gain proficiency. In the long run, those concise basic texts will keep coming up in your conversations. Those concise texts will be coming up in your conversation, and you will see that you will have more tools to use. At first, you'll feel like, why am I gonna spend so much time memorizing? This is the way of our scholars of the past and of the present. So number 5 was capture the benefits and precepts of knowledge by writing it down. And number 6, mentally prepare to seek knowledge and progress in it. And be very concerned and be zealous in striving to attain and reach your goal. Your goal is not my goal, and my goal is not your goal. Each one needs to see what is his desire, what does he want, what subject does he like the most, right? And then find a specialist or someone that can advise to give you to diagnose you, right? And then prescribe for you what books to start with, right? And we should honor that advice and not go ahead of it. So number 6, again, mentally prepare yourself to seek knowledge and progress in it. And strive hard, seeking to attain and reach your goal. And once you achieve your goal, gradually, in the basic texts, right? The basic texts on specific sciences, like, for example, in the science of Hadith, Al-Bayquniya, let's say if somebody wants to study, I know, Taqi Shafi is there. I was going to mention it anyways, but inshallah, so if you're learning, like, let's say, fiqh Shafi'i, and you want to study a text, or the Matan Abi Shuja', right? That's a concise text, and then you have others as well. So to kind of, if you're studying Usul al-Fiqh, Matan Waraqat, right? And alhamdulillah that these texts have been also translated in English. So the idea is to, if you get the text in English and you read over and over and over and over and over again, then at least you will get reminded of that basic fundamental information that will benefit you. So this is the conclusion. I just want to run by the 6 points. All right. One, there's 6 points that Bakr Abu Zayd recommended. Number 1, memorizing a concise basic text. Number 2, perfect it by studying it with a teacher, right? Step 3, do not engage yourself in long books, long compilations, right? Do not engage yourself in long books, big books, right? Before mastering the basic books, before becoming proficient in the basic books. Number 4, do not swap between books and books, concise books and subjects before completing a particular book. If you're able to do it and you're studying subjects like in school, then that's fine. Number 5, capture the benefits of knowledge by writing it. Right? Capture the benefits of knowledge. Like, for example, if you get a definition, write it down. Right? Create your vocabulary back so that you continue to test yourself. Verify if you remember that information or not. And number 6 is to mentally prepare yourself for seeking knowledge. Don't just get motivated by others. I want to be like this person, mashallah. No, you have to see what you want to do, right? And your situation, my situation, all sometimes you have to work, you have a family, and you have different obligations. Now, how to manage your time to be able to learn, right? The most important thing is to continue learning, right? Whether it is one subject, whether it is 5 subjects, right? But the most important thing is to continue learning gradually. And what is the point of life without learning something new? So I hope that this presentation will be of great reward to the author of this book, Bakr Abu Zayd, rahimahullah, and may it be a blessed reward for all of his teachers that invested in him, and may we benefit from this knowledge, and may we implement the advice, inshallah ta'ala. Barakallahu feekum, subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace and blessings of Allah be with you all.